Follow our new channel, All Scoops Media Sports.
The Pueblo del Rio housing project. And in this 88-page federal racketeering indictment, agents say the gang is involved in drug trafficking, gun trafficking, armed robbery, extortion, assaults, intimidating witnesses, and murder.
Powerhouse some hoes, go get them. She gonna line them right up.
Hey, you know the deal.
Yeah, the big old girl Mookie.
That
Old girl Mookie. Oh, Powerhouse.
Yeah, just like that.
The housing projects of Los Angeles have long been focal points of gang activity, shaping the social and cultural landscape of the city. These project-based gangs have deep-rooted histories and significant influence over their respective territories. This overview explores the projects-based gangs in Los Angeles, highlighting their origins, territories, and the dynamics that define them. From the Big Hazard in Ramona Gardens to the Grape Street Watts Crips in Jordan Downs, these gangs are not only part of the city's history, but also key players in its ongoing narrative.
In 1934, at Techwood, Atlanta, Georgia, began the first publicly financed effort in the United States to wipe off the face of the American map the jungle of slums.
But 60 years later, on the eve of Atlanta becoming the Centennial Olympic City, Techwood homes had become the jungle, where predators took over the neighborhood, causing a crime rate 35 times that of the city of Atlanta, the murder capital of the world.
Cabrini Green, notorious for being one of the most dangerous housing projects in the country. Last October, the shooting death of 7-year-old Dontrell Davis as he walked the 100 yards from his building to his school hand in hand with his mother epitomized the violence Chicago Housing Authority residents faced every day. Schoolmates of Dontrell Davis, like 10-year-old Senku Selvi, were terrified walking to school.
It's a good thing in the sense that it betters the community for the children.
There'll be people come from other neighborhood, other gang territory, come and mess with us. Yes.
You think it's going to be
so
safer?
More people wouldn't know.
But law enforcement leaves no doubt. This gang raid today takes the heart out of the Pueblo bishops. Today's raid was a result of a 2-year investigation in this complex. And the FBI and the LAPD say what's significant is who they arrested, the ages of the gang leaders, people who were basically calling the shots for the younger generation. 20 of those arrested were over 40. One was 62. The original gangsters, as they're called, recruiting the YGs.
Public housing projects in the United States, often referred to as the projects, are government-funded residential complexes designed to provide affordable housing to low-income families, elderly individuals, and people with disabilities. The concept of public housing began during the Great Depression as part of the New Deal, aiming to create jobs and address housing shortages. Post-World War II, the construction of these housing projects accelerated to accommodate returning veterans and the growing urban population. However, by the 1970s and 1980s, many projects deteriorated due to insufficient funding, poor maintenance, and rising crime rates. These housing projects are typically characterized by high-rise apartment buildings or large, densely packed complexes, often located in urban areas segregated from more affluent neighborhoods. Managed by local housing authorities and funded by the Department of Housing and Urban Development, these projects have faced significant challenges, including maintenance issues, high crime rates, and social problems related to poverty, unemployment, and limited access to services. Notable examples of public housing projects include Cabrini Green in Chicago, which was infamous for its crime and poverty before being demolished and replaced with mixed-income housing, Pruitt Ego in St. Louis, a notorious failure that was demolished in the 1970s, and Marcy Houses in Brooklyn, known as the childhood home of rapper Jay-Z.
Corner of Boyle Heights, an act of terror caught on camera. 8 members of a gang approaching homes in the Ramona Gardens public housing complex, lighting Molotov cocktails, launching them into the homes of 3 African-American families. Their motive, drive them out. You saw this coming.
Yes, we did.
Graffiti, since painted over, of hate language.
Okay, being from Hazard, that's like a club, a gang. This is your neighborhood. So we grew up at Hazard. Same all over. You'll find you'll find gangs all over. Clover, Whitefish, Gary. There's gangs. That's your neighborhood. That's an area.
The Big Hazard, also known as Hazard Grande, is a Hispanic-American street gang that originated in Boyle Heights, a neighborhood in Los Angeles, California. Since the 1940s, they have dominated the Ramona Gardens housing projects, a low-income community built during World War II. Ramona Gardens was predominantly a Mexican-American community, with a small number of black families, leading to racial tensions. The Big Hazard is believed to have started as a clique of White Fence, one of the oldest street gangs in East Los Angeles. In 1972, artist Willie Herron gained recognition for his mural, The Wall That Cracked Open, inspired by a traumatic event where his younger brother was stabbed and beaten by members of the Big Hazard. The Culver City Boys 13 is a predominantly Mexican-American street gang that emerged in the late 1960s. Originally based in Culver City, the gang quickly expanded its influence to Mar Vista, Venice, and other parts of the Los Angeles area. By the early 1970s, the Mar Vista Gardens housing projects became the headquarters of the Culver City Boys gang. Although they are Serranos, the Culver City Boys identify with the color red, traditionally associated with their rivals, the Nortinos. Despite their long-standing presence, little is known about the gang's formation or the motivations behind their activities. Like many other Mexican-American gangs, the Culver City Boys likely began as a social club offering protection and solidarity to young Mexican immigrants and other Hispanic individuals.
Nearly 4 dozen are walked off in cuffs and taken to jail. Feds say all are members or associates of a South Los Angeles gang called the Pueblo Bishop Bloods. This is their home turf, the Pueblo del Rio housing project. And in this 88-page federal racketeering indictment, agents say the gang is involved in drug trafficking, gun trafficking, armed robbery, extortion, assaults, intimidating witnesses, and murders. U.S. Attorney Andre Baratti.
One of the murder victims was killed with a shotgun while his 2-year-old son watched his father die.
But I know your type and I know your kind. You're not going to do nothing for our black community but bring it down. That's all you're going to do. And you send policemen around here on a daily basis to patrol the neighborhood, and they've been innocently taking people to jail for no reason, beating up people, shooting at people, killing people. And then you're going to come over here
The Pueblo Bishop Bloods is a long-standing African-American street gang located on the east side of South Los Angeles, California. The gang derives its name from the Pueblo del Rio housing projects near East 55th Street and South Alameda Street. Their territory is well known and often referred to as the Low Bottoms.
I got a homie that was walking out the house one day. Boom! Caught a slug in his baby sister's head and he caught one. You know, go to his funeral. Boom! We catch another one. Catch one at the funeral. My homie falls out the casket. What type of shit is that? This is how it gotta go. So it's time for me to retaliate. You know?
Yeah, Watts Baby Little Crip gang. You already know it is. Grape Street.
Hey, that's the niggas, huh? You have to get that right now.
You know, we out here, man. Live, man.
They gonna go down the third. They will never come through.
The Grape Street Watts Crips is a predominantly African-American street gang active in the Jordan Downs housing projects on the east side of the Watts District in South Los Angeles, California. The Jordan Downs housing projects extend from Grape Street to 97th Street, between Alameda Street and 103rd Street. The Grape Street Crips are known for wearing purple to signify their affiliation with Grape Street. The Grape Street Crips are the second largest gang in Watts.
Southside, Uva, Tiny Winos, Gangsta Loco.
What's up? Shout out to my whole mother Grape Street part, man. Southside, East Side. I'm an OG from WVG. Watts by the Grape Street 213. Southside, East Side, that's how we roll. GIP, Gangsta Chrome, baby, low Kenny Crow.
Southside Watts Grape 13 is a primarily Mexican-American street gang located in the Watts area, around the Jordan Downs projects in South Los Angeles, California. Initially, the gang was known as Watts Grape and included both Black and Mexican-American members. However, in the 1970s, the Latino members aligned with the Mexican Mafia Serrano faction. This led to the gang changing its name to Southside Grape and adopting the number 13. The Hacienda Village Bloods are an African-American street gang located on the east side in the Watts neighborhood of South Central California. They originated in the Hacienda Village projects, now known as Gonzac Village, situated on Compton Avenue between 103rd Street and 107th Street. They are one of only 2 blood gangs in Watts residing in a housing project, alongside the Bounty Hunter Bloods. The Hacienda Village Bloods share their neighborhood with the Watts Village Boys 13, a Serrano gang. The project-based gangs of Los Angeles, such as the Big Hazard, Culver City Boys 13, Pueblo Bishop Bloods, Grape Street Watts Crips, and Hacienda Village Bloods, have played pivotal roles in their communities. These gangs emerge from a variety of socio-economic conditions and have influenced the development of their neighborhoods through both conflict and solidarity. Understanding the history and dynamics of these gangs is crucial for addressing the broader issues of violence, poverty, and community resilience in Los Angeles. As efforts towards gang intervention and community building continue, the stories of these gangs remain integral to the fabric of the city.
Follow our new channel, All Scoops Media Sports.